I just had a big birthday. Not 50, not 55, not 60, but 65. I turned 65 this year. And you know, I feel the same as I've ever felt. I am enjoying my life, possibly more than ever before. Every season has had its good points and its bad points, and I must say, you know, life is pretty good. There have been lots of changes though, and I think in the next couple of videos, this one and the next couple, I thought I would share some of the changes and some of the things that you know, kind of we need to move with as we get older. The first one is beauty. There are many things that looked amazing when I was 20, 30, 40, and even into my 50s that no longer work anymore. So I thought we would tackle some of the makeup challenges that we get as we get older. And I'm going to share with you some of the things that I used to do that I no longer do. Let's start with foundation. I no longer wear full coverage, heavy foundation. I've found that even without adding in the skin texture, full coverage foundation sort of has kind of almost a mask-like or kind of a heaviness that it brings to the skin. And so instead, I do wear full cover, or not full coverage, but I wear medium to light coverage foundation. And I build where I have some discoloration. I am a gal who likes a traditional foundation. There are those who are wearing the BB creams, the CC creams. Those are great if you have dry skin, combination skin, or if you have skin with very few dark spots. For me, I find that a tinted moisturizer or the gel-like products, they actually accentuate the brown spots. And then the heavier foundations tend to accentuate the wrinkles in the skin, create that heavy mask-like look. So I'm kind of the Goldilocks gal, and I like my foundation to be in the middle. Not too heavy, not too light, just the right amount of coverage to cover up the dark spots and to kind of give me a smooth, polished finish, but not too much. When it comes to eye makeup, I no longer line my eyes all the way around, and I no longer wear black eyeliner. If I'm tempted to use a really dark eyeliner, then I tightline just in the upper eyelid. But I rarely do that because I tend to get eye infections easily, so I usually just use a dark eyeshadow that goes with the eyeshadow palette I'm using, or I use a soft gray or a soft kind of color just at the outside edge and just at the outside edge of the top lid, so that I get a little bit of lift, a little bit of interest, but again, I'm not closing in the eye or kind of drawing attention to an eye line that is no longer really sturdy. It's not as straight and smooth as it once was. So instead now I just use really soft eyeshadow or a really soft pencil liner and just sort of draw to the outer edge. I also am really conscious of the eyeshadow. Lately I've been either doing a one and done kind of look or kind of a glowy look that I use just with my blush and bronzer, so that it sort of blends with my whole look and it gives that natural kind of look as opposed to going with a really heavy smoky eye. I'm not saying that I won't go back to a smoky eye. And I'm not saying that I don't love to play and that any of that. I mean, in another month or two, I may be playing with a whole different eyeshadow look, but for now, I've been using kind of more of a lighter hand with my eyeshadow, and I've been having a lot of fun with it. The biggest takeaway with eyeshadow is that we should be having fun. We should feel pretty. If you like a full eye look, by all means do it, or just play with the idea of kind of creating a little bit of a softer look, especially when it comes to the eyeliner around the eye. When it comes to mascara, I no longer just apply my mascara straight up. I now use a lash primer or a lash treatment to help keep my eyelashes moisturized and to help them continue to grow and be healthy. Now, back in the day, I had no problem just, putting on the mascara, but I did find that my eyelashes started to become brittle and they began to not look as good. When I switched to using a lash primer, I found that my eyelashes were a lot healthier, they look a lot better, and they're not breaking off. So if you're having problems with your eyelashes breaking off and maybe a little bit drier than what you were used to as a younger woman, try a lash primer. Another thing I no longer do is I no longer apply mascara without curling my lashes first. I found that even though I'm not using mascara on my lower lashes where I was getting a lot of migration under my eyes and getting that panda thing going, even if I'm just applying to my upper lashes, my lid or my lashes are still kind of touching down here, and I still get mascara under my eyes. So I found that if I curl my lashes, not only does it give me a more open eye look, but it also helps to prevent the migration of the mascara under my eye. When it comes to cheeks, blush, contour, I very rarely use any kind of contour anymore. Occasionally I'll come down here with the contour just to kind of draw attention away from the fact that I sort of have a bit of a jowl situation going. But when it comes to the old days when I used to contour my cheeks, I used to wear, all this stuff and try to create kind of a very sophisticated look. Now I go more for a soft, diffused, bronzed look, and then I add a soft, diffused blush over top. That seems to create a very beautiful, natural lit from within look. It gives me enough warmth so that I don't look washed out. I have a tendency to sort of look washed out. My skin has gone from being quite warm to being a lot more neutral. I'm finding that I'm also placing my blush and my bronzer higher on my cheekbone than I did before. So before I used to start at the mid-ear, now I start above, and that helps to give a lifted look to the cheekbone. And there's more distance here, which I keep quite light. And so you still get that brightness, you get a glow, but you're not having really defined lines of a contour or bronzer. I find that softer look at the cheek with a higher application is just what the doctor ordered. And I would encourage you to play with blush placement because it does help to lift the face. The first thing that I am really careful about is that I do not use matte lipsticks. And if I do have some matte lipsticks, which I do, I'm still a lover of the original Pillow Talk. I will just add a little bit of a lip plumper to the middle of my lips, a little glossy lip plumper, and it does all it needs to do to help make it so that your lips look full, they don't look really dried out, and they just look wonderfully healthy and plump. Lipstick is like one of those things that, again, if I'm looking a bit washed out, I will apply a little bit of lipstick I found that moving more toward a medium toned lipstick has worked out really beautifully. And I've also sort of pulled away from lipsticks that have a little bit too much brown as an undertone. You might want to try those tips, they might help. I found that a bright lipstick or a mid-tone lipstick really is a great thing. Playing with lipstick is another one of those fun things that I took very seriously when I was younger. Now I'm interested in trying bright colors. I'm interested in playing a little bit and having fun. As a bonus, one of the things that I do all the time now is use a lip liner. I love lip liners. I have several. I keep one in my purse all the time. It does help, especially if you have vertical lines. In my case, it's not so much that I have vertical lines, but like the unevenness of my lips seems to be more visible or more noticeable to me. And so using a lip liner helps to even out my lips and give, kind of a nice sharp line. And then oftentimes I'll just color in with the lip liner I'm using and use a little lip plumper over top. And I find that that combination works great. I always have a little lip plumper in my purse as well, no matter what kind of lipstick I'm using. I think lip plumper is one of those older women secrets that really, really help. If I had a favorite tip of all the tips I've shared with you today, I think finding that perfect Goldilocks foundation would be one of my favorite tips. Another one would be making sure that you focus on good skincare. And then I think the third one would be to have fun and to play. And, don't mark anything off. Try a little of highlighter on your eyelids, try a little bit of gloss over your lipstick, play with eyeshadows, do a light eye for a while, do a smoky eye, learn how the different products work with your particular skin, and just really have fun. Give yourself a healthy glow and just enjoy. I would love to hear from you. I would love to hear what your favorite tips were, and if you have anything that I missed or that you do differently, be sure and share it in the comments, because we can all learn from each other, and that's one thing I have loved about the comments that I get from you in the community, is that you are so willing to share with each other, and I love to see what you all are, what you all like and what you are doing now. And I think it's really good for all of us. So I'll see you in the next one. I hope that these things have really helped.